you, Callie. Our second senior address today is given by Alexa Sonnenfeld. Please join me in welcoming Lexi to the podium. I've always liked equations, especially the ones that have a song to accompany them, like the quadratic formula. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Side note, Mr. Ferris does an excellent opera rendition of that song, so if you see him after graduation, make a request, tell him Lexi sent you, and you won't regret it. But back to equations. When I sat down to write this speech, I made a list. I essentially attempted to formulate an equation for how to write a passable graduation speech. What I came up with was icebreaker plus resonating moral divided by obligatory class of 2013 shout out minus cliche equals good graduation speech. That being said, let's cross the shout out off the list. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the class of 2013, the best class to graduate from Golden High School since at least last year. But like anyone who's ever taken a math class can tell you, having an equation, even one as elegant as my formula for commencement, can only get you so far. Use the wrong equation, you'll find yourself in a dead end. Use the right equation at the wrong time, you'll be even further from the solution. As much as I would like to use the quadratic formula to solve all polynomials, and not just because I enjoy Mr. Ferris's baritone echoing through my head, it's not always that easy. Similarly, I wish I could stand up here and lay out a formula for success upon graduation, but I can't. If I could, I'd probably be really rich and have the rest of June booked up with commencement addresses. But June's pretty open right now, so I'm assuming Harvard decided to take a pass on my public speaking. I'm still waiting to hear back from Stanford, clearly not because my good looks and sparkling personality are lacking, but because there is no one input I can provide that will result in the same output for every person in this class. There is no one equation. X is a variable, not a constant. The mistake in trying to generalize a formula for success is that we box ourselves in, confine ourselves to a domain unnecessarily. In generalizing, we assume that each student is simply a digit, a placeholder. But look at your peers surrounding you. We aren't digits, we're individuals. The class of 2013 is not the sum of 242 units, it is the sum of 242 unique and varied persons. Fittingly, one equation does not and cannot exist. Ask Mr. Colucci, and I'm sure he'll tell you, an infinite number of equations can reach the same point, be they linear, polynomial, or exponential. An infinite number of means can launch us past the threshold for success. Each of our unique equations has the potential to intersect, diverge, and even at times to plateau. Maggie Veers and Brad Holub won't follow the same trajectory. That's fine. It's to be embraced. Too often, we look for a formula when working out the longhand for ourselves is ultimately more beneficial. More effective. Sorry, having some hat troubles. Longhand admittedly doesn't have the added benefit of the Pop Goes the Weasel melody, and to compensate class of 2013, I leave you with the poignant lyrics of one Rebecca Black. It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you, Lexi, for